Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gordon. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's... What players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the lone running back. Finds a crease at the 20. Wide open spaces. He's at the 40. The 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Caught. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. We've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. to the ground with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. And it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
They're going to test the right side with this one. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Across the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put them right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally...
Defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Jukes his way for more. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harmon. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
Makes the grab. It's Broussard. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. He wants to change this route. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So it will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Second down, he'll throw it. Intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Direct snap. It's Turner. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Harmon. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's Turner. Got enough for the first. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line of the big red zone opportunity here.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. Fires downfield. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Motion from the wideout. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Got it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Green Wave! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these 2 teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, this... Coming back out onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best of the biz for the start of this third quarter.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Looking to throw it, Howard. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll run it from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab behind the line. It's Turner. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try it over the left side. Turning it on! found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Back to throw, it's Howard. He's got him in the flat. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield. It's Harmon. Runs through the tackle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Grab behind the line. It's Preston. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Howard. On target. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Here's a quick throw out to the left.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Caught in the backfield, it's high. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Got his man. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just
takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. This is still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 19 to Nebraska. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Going to the running game. Finding an escape route. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Preston. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Got it behind the line. It's high. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
The good news is he got the first down run. I think the quarterback just needs to settle down and take his time. Be confident knowing you can step into these throws. When you step into it, it'll help your accuracy. That throwing it off his back foot, led to the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone cover.
No pickup at all on that play.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
From the gun on third down. Hauls it in. At the 20, he's got space. And into the end zone for a touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And here's the return. And the returner will be brought down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Just
got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Back to pass on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
On third down, he drops to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today.
Returner runs out of bounds.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Howard. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Caught behind the line. It's Hodge.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. Now on the move. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space. touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Memphis needs to pick up the pace. Puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Bluff City behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, trying to maximize this time and get in a position to win.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Biggest drive of the game right now as the clock is winding down, a chance to win it before overtime. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Cut out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They've put themselves in prime position right here, Jesse, to have a chance to win the game.
So how about this offensive line, David? Can they get some push? Because you're expecting them now to run the football to help the kicker out.
You're in a great situation. You're not in a rush. You don't have to hurry up. You know what you need to go out here, lead the clock, and kick the game-winning field goal.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Handoff to the lone back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Gordon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Gotta find a completion on this one. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.